Hello friends, welcome to my channel Shake Hands with Programming. Okay, so today we'll make our first program. But before moving on towards our first program, I'll tell you something about the comments in Java. Okay, so we can do comments in three types. Okay, so the first type is the single line comment. Okay, the syntax is a double forward slash over here, so this is a single line comment. Okay, second is sorry second is multiple line, which syntax is a forward slash followed by a star, and then here we can type multiple lines here, and then we can enclose it with the help of a star again followed by a forward slash. The third type is the documented type comments, and its syntax is a slash then followed by two double stars. This is a documented comment. We say it a documented comment. Documented comment. Okay, and then here we can write star, and we can mention the informations like programmer who is basically programming this program, or who has made this program, can write his name over here. He can write the date of the program, on which date he made the program. These are in a line actually. Okay, so I'll put this star here and space. Okay, and here is again a star. वैसे तो doesn't matter that how you place this, as I can also place it over here, and then date and also department and many more things like that. And then after, for enclosing this, we'll use a star followed by a forward slash. Okay, this is all about the comments which will be used when we will make a program, and these basically indicate that what a program consists of. Okay, so now we will move towards our Sublime Text Editor. Okay, so I'll open the Sublime Text for you. Okay, so the Sublime Text is opened over here. I'll delete all these things. Okay, just a second. Okay, now after this we'll make our first program, and I'll use single comments here to depict that what our first program is all about. Our first program is to add two numbers, and so I have written over here, okay, program to add two numbers. And then, as this is a double OP language, Java is a double OP language, so the class is the most important thing to write over here. And as we are making a sum program, I'll name my class as sum. Here I'm using S as capital because this is basically not important. It is very important, but it's not compulsory. It's only a good habit. Okay, so it's a good habit of remembering that a class name starts from a title case. Okay, now in this we'll write this fixed line, that is public static void main, and in this we'll write string args. Okay, and this. Now I'll save this by using the shortcut Ctrl+S in the Java proc folder, which I told you before, and the name of a file will be the same as the name of the class. Okay, sum.java with the extension as .java, and in this save as type mein, this should be all files. This is a good habit to save it with the same as the class name, as I'll told you afterwards that while running your Java file, when you compile and when you run, it is very good when you save it like this. Okay, you need not to remember that what your class name was and what your file name was. Okay, now if we talk about this line over here, I can tell you the meaning of each and every word present over here, but if I tell you right now about the meanings of all these things, you all guys will be like, what the hell is going right over here, and what the ma'am is telling us. You all will get frustrated. Okay, so then also I'll tell a short note about all these things, and then we'll talk about them in detail in our further lectures. Okay, so if we talk about public and static, all both these two things are keyword. By public we mean that we can access this class only in this program, not outside this, and in this program only in this class sum. Outside this sum class will not be able to access it. And static means we can the single copy of this function will be created and we can access it using the class name, which is sum. Okay, and this void is the return type. That means it is not returning anything. Main is the name of the function. String is a class. Here, as you can see, the S is capital. Args is a array type argument which we are passing to the main function. Okay, now in this function, as we are adding two numbers, I'll take three numbers actually. A for first number, B for second number, and C for storing the result of A and plus B in it. Okay, so let's say I give the value of A as 13 and the value of B as 3. Okay, now in C we'll store the sum of A. Oh yes, I would like to tell you one thing, that this Java language is case sensitive. Okay, so if you use here small a and if you use capital A, these both these things are different. Small a is different and small capital A is different. As we have used small a over here, we will use small a over here also. So A plus B and a semicolon. Remember this, that in Java each line is closed by a semicolon. Okay, now we will print the C. So let me talk about the output. Okay, so there are basically four methods to output in Java. We'll talk about all the four. First is system.out.println. If we talk about system.out.println, this is a function. As you can see, these round brackets are called parentheses, and these parentheses are placed in front of a function. So this is println is a function over here, and as you can see, S is capital over here in the system. So system is a class and out is accessed with a class name. So out is a static member of this system class. Okay, we will talk about this in the further lectures, and you will not be able to understand that what is this right now, and my whole comment section would be like, whoa. Okay, and in this we'll print whatever we want to print. Here we want to print the sum, so I'll type sum is, and then we'll concatenate the sum. Now what this concatenation is, I'll tell you in my next video. This sum is will be printed, and after that the value of C will be printed, that is 13 plus 3 16. Okay, this is our first method. Then if we talk about second method, it is system.out.print. This function contains ln and this doesn't contain ln over here, and so what the syntax is basically same, just ln is over here. This ln will change the line. Okay, so if we talk about the difference between these two functions, okay, the main difference is this ln thing over here. Okay, so what this ln will do, this will change the line. Okay, so I'll write over here, change the line. Okay, now this ln which are now, if we talk about our fourth function, that is system.out.printf. Okay, system.out.printf. This function you have already studied in C language, so you must be familiar with it. That is sum is %d, comma, and C, and then a semicolon over here. Here we have used %d because the value C is of integer type. Here you can see that value C is of int type, so %d denotes integer. Okay, now last function is system.out.format. Okay, this is exactly the same as the above, that is printf function, and I'll type here sum is %d and comma C. Okay, this is the same. You can place a semicolon over here. Okay, now if we talk about printf function and format function, I have told you that they both are exactly same. Okay, so I'll type it over here that these function are same. Okay, now we'll move further to the running of this program. Okay, before that I'll erase all these things. Okay, and also you can see here that this is a dot sign over here, means your program is not saved. When I hit Ctrl plus S over here, let me take the mouse. Okay, when I hit a Ctrl plus S over here, you can see the dot sign was removed, means my program is saved. Once our program is saved, we will run it. Okay, so now for the running of this program, I'll open my Java proc folder. Okay, here you can see that this is my Java proc folder over here. Okay, I'll highlight it for you guys. Here, this is my Java proc folder. Okay, you can see. Now, in this Java proc folder, here you can see this address bar, and here also you can see this my Java file. Some file got saved over here. Now we'll compile it. First we'll open our command prompt. So I typed over here, and then we'll delete this and we'll type cmd and enter. Okay, so this is the cmd which is opened. Now here for compiling, our function is our command basically java c. This is our compilation command, java c space and then the file name. Okay, so I'll show you guys our file name. Our file name is this. Here you can see our file name is sum.java. Okay, so we'll type over here sum.java. Okay, now this is space then sum.java. Okay, this is our file name over here, and the language is case sensitive, so be careful, we do not type s in small letters. The file name should be exactly same. Then we press enter. Now for the running, the command is java space and our class name. Now if we talk about our class name is sum over here. Okay, so we'll use this. I'll type here sum. No extension needed here, as we are typing the class name over here. Suppose, let's just suppose that if our class name was not sum over here, if our class name was, let's suppose, Asha. Okay, my friend's name is Asha. So if I make the class by her name, that is the class name was Asha, not sum over here. Okay, so in this we would have written, in place of the running, we would have write over here not sum, we would have typed over here Asha. Okay, it is absolutely fine. So this thing I was going to tell you guys, that if you make the class name and the program file name same, you won't have the difficulty over here while running and compiling your file. But if you make different names for your file name and your class name, you will have to remember that what your file name was and what your class name was. Okay, so for now, so our class name is sum over here. Okay, so I'll type sum and then we'll hit enter. Okay, so here you can see our output. Okay, so let's see. Here you can see this line. First line is sum is 16. Okay, so this println function, what basically did was it printed this line, that is sum is, okay, and then after printing sum is, it printed the value of c. Now here you can see that our value of c was a plus b, as a was 13 and b was 3. 13 plus 3 counts to 16, so 16 printed. Okay, this is about our first function. Now if we talk about our second function, system.out.print, okay, it also printed the same thing, that is sum is 16, but the difference was that println function changed its line. Okay, it changed the line. but this print function will not change the line. The cursor will remain on the same line. So that's why the next thing will be printed from the same line. Okay, so the next thing was printf, that is sum is 16 again. Okay, so this is printed over here, and printf function also does not change the line. So the cursor was on same, here the cursor is, and the fourth function, that is the format function, will print its statement just right over the cursor. So as here the cursor is, you can see my cursor, here the cursor is, so the sum is 16 will be printed right over here. Okay, so that's it for this lecture. In the next lecture we will talk about this plus operator actually, and see that how it works in different situations. Okay guys, that's it for this lecture. See you guys in the next lecture. Thank you very much.